What is this NTFS security part? Okay, now we'll start with actually I will tell normally quota first, but other than quota first I want to say like a security. Some people call this one as NTFS security, because when it comes to the security, a lot of people think the security means it is a virus kind of stuff, antivirus kind of stuff. Okay, guys, this is not a antivirus. It is simply a file system. NTFS is a file system. Security is a feature of NTFS, and security means yellow or a deny to access files or folders for a read and write access. Okay, security. Also, this is called as a ACL. Again, ACL again in a networking different name. ACL, access control list. In a networking, that is network related access control list. Here it is same thing like a file access control list. Okay, file access control list. What is NTFS security? It allow or deny user or or group, a group or a multiple, yellow or a deny a user or a group access to a file or folder folder. So give, read or write. Read, write. Lot of different permissions are there, guys. But I am writing only two things only. Read, write, and full access permissions to user or group. Okay, so like this. Here it is. We are talking in a user manner, not in a group manner anyway. So we are talking in a user manner. It means, for example, I have a file. The file name is, for example, file1.txt. Okay, file name is file1.txt. Student 1 is an administrator. Student 2 is standard account. So what I'm going to do is, for student 2, I'll give yellow permission and the deny is there. I put a read yellow, okay, and already I told there is a write permission. Okay? Write, deny. So how to say like this, check mark kind of stuff, because if I have a normal Word document, then I can able to show you that one. So Word or PPT is good to put things designing, but it is very slow. Notepad is faster typing, you can able to do it. Okay, write to deny. It means student 2 can able to read the file but cannot change the data in the particular file. So this is NTFS security. So we'll do this thing in a practical manner. Okay. So hello, deny. Put a read and I put a write. Okay. So it is a yellow or a deny kind of stuff. So yellow check mark. I said no, it is become very slow. Pictures, icons, shapes. So you have to search for a check mark kind of stuff. I will draw that, and then it is I will draw. So will draw check mark and deny check mark to student. Okay, so then it is escape. Yeah, we got it right. For a student to for student to this one. So this is we'll do practical NTFS permissions, security permissions. ECL, what are the name you put it. Guys, understand the practical. What we are going to do is this is my F drive. So my current user, first check the current user. The current user is student 1. Current user is student 1. Okay, current user is student 1. Now I'm going to create a file. The file name is something, any file, file1.txt. Okay, and file1.txt created. I put some data in it. So this is file1.txt, file1 file by student1. Anything you can put it. So my preference is, you don't know what to put a text in it, put like this. You don't know what the text you want to put it, so just put like this. Don't put like this. Don't put like this. Why I'm telling why don't put like this? Why? Because of it won't give you hands-on keyboard experience. So lot of people, lot of us, not very good with the keyboards, right? So we see the keyboard, we type with a single finger, right? But when you are typing regularly, means like this, so obviously your keyboard is also become habituated to you. Earlier days, people are practicing keyboard, and most of the time they're spending on a computers. Some people know how to work with the computer and keyboard kind of stuff. Okay. Now we are using a mobile phone, right? So we forget about a computer, keyboard, and all. Okay. So this is my file, contains some data. Now the task is for a student to can able to read the file, but cannot able to write in it. So right click, properties. Okay. Security. Guys, can you able to view it or not? Please tell me. General tab, security. Can you able to see, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Edit, edit, add. So you can search if you don't know how to put it the name here. So simply go to advanced, find now. You'll find the different user and group list here. So this is my student 2, student 2. Okay. Otherwise you can type here also, no problem. Click OK. Then can you see student 2? Click on the student 2, make it sure it is a blue in color. Now can you see read option is enabled. Write is not selected, but even though you don't give a write permission, write is not allowed, not given yellow permission, but user can able to access. Why? Because of these groups having a different type of permissions. See, so authenticate users having full permissions, read write permissions. So automatically student to get a write permission from here, So obviously like that. So that's why compulsory I'm giving write deny permission. Okay. Again, I'm telling guys, if you don't give deny or yellow, write deny, write yellow, you're not giving. But still, this user can able to get a write permission, write yellow permission. How? Because of other groups having a permission through that groups he is getting. Through that groups he is getting. So that is the permission, like a, very simply say helmet permission. Why the bikers should wear a helmet. Okay. So if you have that particular bike model, then it is allowed. Okay. So if you're not allowed to access, but in other way, you will get access. One way or other way, you will get access. Okay. So then compulsory deny. Deny always overrides yellow permission. So one way or other way, you got a yellow permission, but when it is a deny is there, deny always overrides yellow permission. Deny always overrides yellow permission. Look at here, it is. This is my file 1. I given a permission yellow read, and I didn't given a write permission. I didn't given a write permission, nor I denied. Okay, so I didn't told in a deny or a yellow write permission for a student 2. But there is a group, some group, through that group, the group having permission, this user is getting permission through that group. Okay, group having is yellow, deny on this file, student to read permission, yellow read permission. Okay, write permission not given. So automatically you won't get a write permission. Automatically you won't get a write permission. But there is another group is there. This group having a read and write permission is both are allowed. Read is allowed, write is allowed. The user is member of this group. User is member of this group, so that user got a read permissions and user got a write permission also because of this group. Membership in this group, like you are in that particular group, you are allowed. For example, you are individually, you don't have a permission to go to some place, right? So like said, there is a permission not there. You didn't take any permission, specific permission, you didn't take it. Any specific permission you are not taken, so you are not allowed automatically, right? You don't have a permission, specific permission, you are not allowed. But there is a group, you are a member of that group. Group having permission, automatically will get a permission. Automatically will get a permission. That is this. Second one is again student to having a read permission only, and I put a write deny permission. Write deny. Student to can read, but write is not allowed. And the group the group which is the member of this one, you are going to with the group, read and write allowed. So for a student to write will be write it in a applied guarantee. Deny always override yellow permission. Again, I will tell same scenario. You are individually are going, so you are allowed to see, but you are not allowed to access. Right, like that it is there. Okay, so simply say individually you don't have a permission. Individually you don't have a permission. Okay, and also you have a denied permission. Compulsory. If this guy will come, don't allow him. If this guy is coming to inside, don't allow this particular person. Now what you done, compulsory deny is applied there. So then you went with a group having permission, so you went with a group, so they are checking group people one by one. So they check all the group members, they find you are not allowed. So what they will tell, they allow all other group members, but they don't allow you. So that is deny is applicable. So like that. So I told one example also. Which one you understand, that is what good. Okay, so this is what I am trying to say is read allow, write deny. So what happens? So again I will show you guys. This is the file. Right click, go to properties, security. So my student 2 is not showing here. Specific user permission I am giving. Specific user or a specific group you are dealing. So compulsory, check it. So you can type student 2. If you want, you can student 2. Click on check names. Automatically it will display. Otherwise, you can go to advanced. Find now. You can see find now. Scroll down. Student 2. Click OK. Also, you will get it. So either way, you can use it. Click OK. Click on the student 2. Read allow, write deny. Read allow, write deny. Apply. So it is asking, you are setting a deny permission entry. Deny and entry takes precedence over yellow entries. This means that if a user is a member of two groups, one that is allowed a permission and other that is denied the same permission, the user is denied that permission. See, it is given in a warning also. That's why guys, earlier days how you learn, I don't mind. Why? Because of that is our student way or a just unknown way. Next install, click OK, yes, kind of stuff randomly. So when you do now, so compulsory read everything, that will give you understanding why we are getting this notification, what we done, what to do, what is happening. Okay, that is called a professional way of learning. So understand, if you are involved in a groups, okay, if group is allowed, one group is allowed, in another group or an individual user is denied, the deny applies on the user. Okay, yes, click OK. So compulsory check it where you are applying. Student 2, like this. Read, deny. Click OK, click OK. Now done. So what I am doing is I am going to sign out. How to sign out? Like this. Click on your student account. Click on sign out. This is one way to sign out. Another way is also there. That is called a Alt Control. Normally physical machine means Alt Control Delete. This is the VMware workstation, right? Alt Control Insert. Sign out anyway.
Sir, directly you can switch to student node 2 no, sir.
Very good. You can do switching. Okay. instead of sign out and sign in, you can do switching. But there is a difference between sign out and sign in and switching one user to another user is also there. Yes. So meanwhile, so it is login take time. It is game student 2. So I'm selecting here student 2. Sign in. So this is also very useful for understanding uh, uh, to solve the certain problems also. That's why I'm telling switching user sign out and sign in. So when you sign out, or log out, what happen? Users current running process will terminate. Understand? So what are a personal thing now? Current things are running in my system, either foreground or background, will be closed or terminated. Okay. Because of that one, the backend temporary files may be the temp files may cleared, but because no guarantee in that one, so may cleared when you are sign out and sign in. So sign out and sign in is also important is because of that one. Okay. Apply policies are possible. So when you do applying policies, sign out and sign ins are important. Sign out, sign in with same user or a different user. What is that? Is a different part. Sign out and sign in. This will give you like this. Okay. It also solves certain issues also. Next one is switch users. User is not close current running process. Okay. And also not apply changed policies. The policy thing also not clear files. Of course, I need to put a one line here, guys. You want to terminate your process, you can sign out and sign in. Okay. You want to apply a policies for that one also sign out and sign in. Changed policies. You are don't want to close current running process. You want to keep the background process like that only. You want to let it run the process, but I want to go to other user and I will come back. In that cases, you can switch users also. Okay, you can switch users also. So that is the difference between sign out and sign in and switch users. So I sign out and sign in. So because of security policies, so certain policies, temporaries will be closed. So what we done in the drive, we created a file 1.txt. E drive or F drive? F drive. So file 1.txt. I open. Okay, so here it is a text. So I can able to read it. Now I am trying to add some data in it, and I am trying to add some data in it. So this is student to write data in file 1. Okay, I done that one. So okay, I added a line. It is not saying anything, no problem kind of stuff. What I'm doing is I'm trying to save it, right? You added data means you have to save it, right? So I'm trying to save it. So immediately it is showing like this. Instead of directly saving, it is showing save as. Okay, click on save. Click on save, and it is throwing. It is already existed. Do you want to replace? Yes. Now it is showing a error. What is that error?
It is already there. It is showing. The file is already existing.
File is already existed. Do you want to replace? I click yes also. But now can you see what is this? After yes, what it is showing? You do not have a permission to open this file. See the owner of the file or administrator to obtain permission. So you don't have a permission to
Edit the
save
file.
the file like this. Okay. So our deny permission is working. But there is a one more flaw in that one because of, do you want to save the file? Yes, save. And your it is showing save as. When I click on a save, file already existed. Do you want to replace it? Yes. And it is throwing this error. Okay. So because you don't have a permission. But what I'm trying to do is I'm changing my file name. I'm in a save as. Instead of same file name, I put a different file name, save, and it is saved. See, it is saved. The file name like this, you can see.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, already existing information can we edit? Means the starting line, if we remove, means we can have access to remove.
This one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you edit also, if you edit, that is also we can do it. So in this one, I put a, I can write. Okay, read something. I put a some. See, I put a something, or maybe I will remove something. Okay, some modification I done. Then I'm trying to save it. So when I'm trying to save it, again same thing. Save as, same file name, save. You want to replace? Yes. Then it is showing. Do not
Need
have
permission.
permission. Okay. But if you want to save as, like you click on save or a save as, and you want to save with a different name. Okay. Like this. You want to save with a different name. Yes, it is saving. Look at here. Save.
We can copy the data, sir, from that.
You can copy the data. If you open it, then you can copy. Also, if you copy this file from this location to different location, permission may be changes. Permissions may be changes. That is also there. Okay. For example, I copy this one, copy, and I paste into G drive. G drive is a NTFS. Okay. So NTFS don't have a security permission. So I'm adding some data, trying to save. It is not saying anything, and I saved it. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So when I change the location, automatically permissions on the file also will be may changes, depends upon your the location, because no security in the NTFS anyway it is on show. You can try to copy same file in another NTFS drive also, you can try. Okay, so this is your NTFS permissions. So only one small task I will tell, that is, again you go to the student one. Guys, always when you do practical, remember the first user, second user. In first user, we apply a setting. In second user, we'll check the setting. Like first user, create a file, put a permissions. Second user is to verify the permissions. Okay, so now the question is, like here I put up on file one dot txt. Okay, so this is the permission set I want to create, right? So I created, that's it, completed. Now again, student 2 on file 1. Now I will create another file. Why we put on everything in a file? Okay, hello, deny, read. Yes, lot of different permissions also there. Just for understanding, I am putting like this. Yes, drawing is very easy. Actually, automatically it should understand. I am giving read and write deny. It means student 2 cannot read, cannot write, cannot read, cannot write. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so I am doing all these things. So the my admin is, so I log in as student 1 first user, and then I am doing giving permission to these things. So this is a task list. Okay, just for understanding. Okay, I will share both the things. Okay, don't worry. You get the check mark to show you that one. To that one. So what is the task? Like I'm in a student 1. So I'm going to create another user. So if you want, you can create it like a F drive. What happening to this Bacchus computer? Yeah. So file 2. Okay. Yeah. I put a .txt guys. So I thought it is by habituation. So go to view. So 1 second. Now you understand why I use a virtual machine. The first point is, if I turn off, means like to show you this one, if I go to another user, you will all get closed again. So that's the thing. Okay, see, it is student 2 is created, but I am unable to see extension. Unable to see the extension. So what you do? Select this thing. Go to view. Go to view. File name extension. View. File name extension. Okay, file name extension. It is not required, but it is required. It is file name extension. So .txt is this double time, no problem. So see, it is file 2. First of all, I'm adding a data in it. You can give a print deny permission also. This is file 2 by student 1, and student 2 read and write deny. Read and write deny only. See. Okay, so just 1 minute, guys. Okay, sorry. Now you tell me guys how to do the task. For student 2,
Go to properties.
very good. Properties,
Security.
very good.
Edit.
Add.
I'm typing directly,
Student
so
2.
instead of searching, because I know the student name, right? Like student 2. I know the username. Correctly I type, check names. Yes. If it is not there, it throw error. If it is not there, it will throw error. No errors, no problem.
Okay.
Click OK. Click on it. So then it is like this. Now,
Deny writer.
Deny, write, and read.
read and write, deny. Both are deny.
Yes, sir.
This is not required actually, but if you want, you can put it. Read and write. See, you can see read and write. Apply.
Okay.
Yes. So we are doing an again verify compulsory. Are you applying on? So some people by accidentally they do it here also. Okay. So compulsory check. You are applying on a that particular user or a particular group. You have to look at. Okay. You have to habituate it from now onwards only. Okay. Okay. Then okay, no problem. If you want to verify again, then also you can verify. No problem, guys. That is not like a childish kind of stuff. It is original professionalism means at least double time check it. At least do check a double time. See, read and write, it is showing deny for this particular user. Some people, I've seen the bad people, some people, instead of right click on a file, they think they right click on a file only. See, look at here, I'm right click on a file, but it is not a file properties. It is a drive properties, F drive properties like this. Then they seriously go to security, they applied on this one. That's a big problem. Okay, so compulsory read what you are doing. So right click, right click, properties. Can you see this name? File name properties. That's the difference between, right? So like that, compulsory. Look at that is some people like you are a dummy candidate, so you are a slow candidate like that. No, guys, it is the original professionals. Yeah, you can switch users from here also without closing things. For example, I open a file, I keep this file like this only, and I'm switching to student 2. So what happened? That file won't be closed. If I am signing out, okay, that file will be closed. But I don't, we can't see that one whether it is there or not. Like, yeah, it's actually signed out instead of switching users. We'll see when we go back, we can able to see that. Okay, so I'm in a student 2. So what to do?
ఇచ్చేశారు.
File 2, open. So if you see here it is showing like this. You do not have permission to open this file. See owner of the file. Okay, see owner of the file or a administrator to obtain the permissions. You have to ask your administrator, means administrator account, to access the permission. See nothing, no text is visible. If you again, I'm open. See, look at here. I'm a student too. I don't have a read or a write permissions on it. So double click. I don't have any read or write permission. Automatically it throws error. You look at here. It is showing like this. Guys, understand? NTFS permissions.
Yes, sir.
Again, go to switch back to. You can sign out and sign in, or just you can do like that also.
Sir, when we switch also, if we went to student 2, sir, again when we are going back to student 1, again it will ask password, sir.
It is asking password. Why it is asking password? We'll see whether it is working or not, because of normally, yeah, it will ask password when you are switching. Then if user having a password, definitely it will ask a password. Why? Because of I switched to other user. I'm working and like, for security purpose, you are switching to someone. Then if user having a password, either it is administrator or standard user. If they have a password, compulsory that is asking a password. And if you look at here, I open a file and I switch to other user, but the file is closed. So it means I'm not really a switched. I just signed out. The switching is not functioning like this. Okay, I selected like this only, but it is not working. So actually it should show the option like a switch, or directly selecting user also should be work. But when I selecting like this, suppose it should be go to switch user type, but it is actually sign out sign in type. Okay, it has happened like this here, but that is actually different. Okay, so Windows 10 updated and it is function different. Okay, this is guys, this is the NTFS permissions. That's it.